I found some of the craziest Bigfoot footage I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know if it's real or not, but I've never seen it before, and I watch a lot of this kind of stuff. So if you haven't seen it before, we're going to get into that. But basically, it's hinting at we've had a collection of Bigfoot bodies and biological specimens for over 65 years that have been frozen, that we've been doing experiments on, etc. So there's also this person that does this video thinks there's a tie between Bigfoot and the great aliens. And you'll see what that tie is as we get into it. But before that, a couple more interesting clips I found around Bigfoot. One of them is pretty intriguing and leads me to believe that, I don't know, this one was hard for me. I can look at a lot of this stuff and say, hey, this is completely fake, or this one has some validity to it. This one in particular, I'm having a hard time looking for things that don't look really right, I guess. Even here, let's just get into this one. Let's start it off on the right foot here.
Something just killed my dog. Something killed your dog?
Something killed my dog.
Over the tree. I don't know how it did it.
He just said his dog flew over the trees, and he don't know how it did it.
Okay.
I don't think this is tied to the video. This is kind of an intro. Yeah, let's scoot up a little bit. So this is published in 2002 in an unknown location, and here's the original footage. This Bigfoot is seen walking, it's a juvenile Bigfoot, walking away with a chicken. Would you look at that? Just look at it. And to top it off, there's another one peeking around the tree right here. And at first when I saw this, I'm like, that's a person in a costume. That's part of the skit or whatever. But as I looked at it more, the faces are very similar on both of these. So either they're two really good costumes or this is legit. And notice the gait. Notice how he walks. If you ever seen a gorilla walking upright, they kind of have that. You can't see my legs, can you? They have that gait where it's like they don't look like they should be walking upright, but they are. These have very similar gaits to that. Look. You can see it right there. You know what I'm talking about. Let me go back a few frames there. You'll see what I'm talking about. Look at the gait. He looks like he shouldn't be walking upright, but he is. I don't know how to explain that, really. Slowed down and zoomed in. Right here. Look at his face, or her face. You can see a profile right there. There's the eyes, the nose, the lips. Looks like a primate type of a mouth. Carrying the chicken. And his buddy's going to be peeking around the corner. But one thing that sticks out to me is when I look at this face and the coloration, it looks very similar to some of Paul Standing's old photos and videos that he had. And it's very similar to the video we have coming up that I was telling you about. Look at this dude peeking around the corner there. This one's intriguing because there's another one there. He's rocking back and forth. He's just carrying that chicken. Like, I'm going to eat this chicken. That guy right there is saying, hey, where you going? I want some too. Make sure you're going to share. He's just waiting for his opportunity to dip out from behind that tree and go join. This is the second creature. This is the one I think they're going to zoom in behind the tree. Yeah, right there. They look the same. I mean, you look at the face, you can kind of make it out. Very similar to what we saw on the profile of the first one. And, again, very similar to the Paul Standing stuff that you see. If you ever look up any of Paul Standing's videos, and we have one. We'll show a clip. We'll show the Paul Standing stuff. We'll show one of his 4K clips coming up here. This is crazy. And you hear it, right? So the way it's going through and his buddy's just chilling there, man, it gives me a weird feeling inside that this one could be. You ever have some intuition that you're like, that something's not right, or this could be the thing? I feel like this one might have something to it. But anyway, that's that one. This one is interesting. This is the original Todd Standing Kubota Bigfoot. This is a 4K AI upscale, and there's some interesting things about this one.
But thanks
talk
to
through
the
it.
high sensitivity sensor on this camera,
With the face.
images I was able to record were very impressive.
So I couldn't tell initially, like, is this a human with a face paint on? But look at the size of the tree trunk. There's like a little twig here, the size of the tree trunk, and then that head. That's a pretty wide head.
This Sasquatch is looking.
But I don't see hair. Like the other one you see will have more hair on the side. I see a lot of forehead and forehead wrinkles, which is very humanistic, human-like, I guess.
Down at me, likely shocked by this.
That's
odd
so
behavior.
eerie, though. Look at that thing staring at him.
Once this last battery was spent,
I don't know,
there was
though.
nothing else I could use to record with.
I don't know. I have a hard time with that one. It's just so... Because in here, look, I'll show you. If you go to one like this is another Todd Standing one, by the way. But if you look at this one, you'll see that... Also, stop. His eyeballs, when he blinks, it goes like this. He doesn't blink, like, just... They're offset. I don't know how to describe that. Just watch. We missed a blink. It's at the beginning. We're going to do it again. Watch. It'll wave at you. See? One again. It's like one goes up and one goes down. It almost looks digital. So that's why I'm not buying this one too much. But, the point I was going to make is that this one is a lot of hair. It almost looks like Chewbacca, or it looks like Teen Wolf from the movie Teen Wolf. If you've ever seen that movie, that's what this looks like. There's hair all over the forehead, hair on the sides, not the same. I would say out of the two, if you were to ask me which one do I think is real, it's the other one. This one I think is not real. It looks too fake to me. And the way it blinks it makes it look digital or mechanical or something. I just don't get the vibe and the intuition that this is legit. But it's from Todd Standing, so I don't know. He's one of the more respected researchers in this field. So now we're going to get into the main event. And I'm not sure, again, I'm not sure if this is real. It could be real. It also could be a lot of other things. Let's just look at it. Listen to this guy talk for a minute.
Of them to dissect them.
Here, let's start from the beginning.
When they acquired them, they were so immense that they had no other choice. With most of them, to dissect them, cut them up. So
he's saying most of them, dissect them. When they acquired them, there's more than one. That's what he's insinuating there.
that they could get them out of the swamp. Now, it's desiccated because it's been in a freezer for 65 years. give or
65
take.
years.
There, to the foot. That's where the other foot was removed.
So they removed a foot. You ever seen those dog bones, the bone marrow bones? That's what those look like, or something like that. When I first saw this, I thought it could be like a dead bear or a pig frozen that they put this hair on to kind of create this hoax. I don't know if it's a hoax or if it's real, but...
It's been frozen. It's all desiccated. You can see the gluteus maximus
The gluteus maximus.
here is. Now you can see the face.
So this face, like if you look at the video we watched previously and the profile, and you look at this one, there's some similarities.
They seem to look similar, and they always sort of like
Could this guy be legit?
have that grin. I'm not really sure why they're grinning like that, but
I don't know either.
I know my
They're probably laughing at us.
father said that they were terrified. The males and females both have facial hair like this. So interesting. It's a beautiful creature, but it is non-human. These are non-human.
He said they're non-human, and he's going to go into detail what he thinks these are, which I think is a stretch.
Creatures. They look nothing like a human. Many of them are in. Some are in better. This one isn't in too bad a shape.
I keep going back to the fact he says some of them, and there's more of them, and they've had them for 65 years, and this guy's got this one. Who is this dude, and why is he sitting out in the front of a barn in the middle of what looks like a cornfield with a frozen Bigfoot body?
Some are in.
How do you do that?
Like I said, they've all remained frozen, and I think of this one back in the freezer soon.
There is a lot of conjecture on the internet about these creatures, and these specimens in particular. And I can state factually that the DNA has been checked. We've checked the DNA, but it comes back of an unknown origin.
Of course it does. Of course it does. It always does. It's either a blurry picture of a UFO or something unknown that we don't know what it is.
Comes back corrupted. We do not know where these creatures are from. My suspicions are that what they are is a biological recording device for the Greys, and that is why we do not find the dead bodies. If the creature's going to die in the woods, you find a skeleton. We don't find skeletons of these creatures ever. They do exist. They clearly exist.
Do they?
That is my belief.
So it's either they don't exist, which is why we don't find the bodies, or this guy really thinks what he's saying is actually true, where it's a biological recording device for aliens. They send them down here, they collect environmental data and do what they got to do, and then when their time is done and their job is done, they bring them back up. Or we catch a few of them and freeze them for 65 years, and apparently, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think anybody knows, but it's interesting to look at and think about, and I think the fact that we don't know is why we're still talking about it. If we knew, we probably wouldn't care so much. But anyway, this is very intriguing. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think this is real or fake? I'm leaning towards this one being probably fake because it's just too far-fetched. Great aliens, biological recording devices. You never know, but I'm not thinking this one's too legit, but we'll see. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I got a lot more of this type of stuff coming, so stick with me, like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you very soon. Thank you.